Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. So it is the end of 2022, just a couple days left. Absolutely been a crazy year for us here, but it's been a good one. I hope it's been a good one for a lot of you out there as well in the Funko community. And thank you guys so much for all the support you've given us over this year. We nearly doubled, I think more than doubled our subscriber base. We went to a lot of cool things like Star Wars Celebration and New York Comic Con that we would have never been able to do before without your support. So again, thank you so much for subscribing, for leaving a like, commenting, all of that stuff. We hope to continue to grow as we're already past 2,600 subscribers. We hope to pass 3,000 in the next 2 or 3 months or so. At this rate, we should be able to get there. So if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like in this video. That does make a massive difference. But we're not here to just talk about the good things that happened to the channel this year. We're here to talk about the best Funko Pops of 2022. And it's really one of the cool things we get to do every single year is go through and look at the favorite Pops of that year and make our list. I know a lot of people out there have been making their own list, and I did make my own list as well. Now, I am going to preface this list with it's actually only Pops that I have in my collection that came out this year. So there were a lot of Pops that did come out that were really great, but I never picked up or have not came in for me yet. So those are not going to be on this list. So I'm sure there's some that I might eventually want to put on this list, but I still have them in my collection right now. So all of the Pops on this list are ones that I currently have in front of me right now. And this was a really hard list to narrow down to 10. So I do have some honorable mentions that I did want to shout out, but overall, there was just a great year of Pops. I think this is the most figures they ever put out in a year. A lot of new lines as well. The soda line exploded. They also put out Funko Gold. Tons of different Funko products were coming out throughout the year. And as far as the Funko Pops are concerned, there are some really good ones that have made it to our list, but a lot of great ones that I just had to leave off just because there were way too many good ones. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into our top Funko Pops of 2022. But of course, we are going to start with some honorable mentions. And one of the Pops I did want to mention just because of the amount of detail, and it is flocked. I absolutely love this, and it was a film that came out in 2022 that I really loved as well. It is this Funko Shop exclusive Red Panda Mei that is flocked. I mean, this thing is just so cool. I love this Pop. Again, I loved the movie. I have both the common version of Meilin Lee and then, of course, this flocked Red Panda Mei. So my collection is complete. I wish they made more Pops for this with the friends. That would have been really fun, or maybe even a 4-town Pop. But this one is definitely a great one. It was super close to making the list for me, but at the end of the day, there was just too many that were going to go above it, so I did have to leave it off, but I definitely did need to mention it in the honorable mention. The flockness on this is just done so well. It was such a good Pop, I had to mention it. And then we actually did have a couple more Pops I wanted to mention as well. I did actually pick up these two recently. I think these are the two newest Pops I added to my collection. It is actually the Amazing Spider-Man and the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, there are a lot of really awesome figures that are coming out for this No Way Home set. We talked extensively about a lot of them multiple times throughout the last couple of months, but I really love these two here. I'm glad we were able to pick them up recently from Hot Topic. We did a Pop hunt just the other day, so it was really, really awesome. I was able to get both these. Now, these are the common versions. There is a metallic version of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which I'm able to get my hands on that. It will probably overtake this on this list, but for now, I did have to mention it because I think this one is awesome because we never actually got an original Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man for, the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We did get Amazing Spider-Man Pops, though, because they were making Pops when those movies came out for Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, but this is the first ever Tobey Maguire Spider-Man Pop that we are getting. Now, if I wanted to, I can spend the next hour going through all the other Pops I picked up this year that were some of my favorites that were close to making the list, but we don't have time for that. So let's just jump into our actual top 10 list. And starting at number 10, this figure came out, I want to say halfway through the year. It is a Marvel figure. I really do like it. This is the Box Lunch exclusive glow-in-the-dark Khonshu. First off, this Pop is huge for a 4-inch Pop. It is big. Definitely fills out the box entirely. I really did like the Moon Knight show, and I thought Khonshu, voiced by F. Murray Abraham, who is awesome, was great in it as well. But then this pop is just some great detail. I love the head that he has. The sculpt is amazing. And then the glow on this thing is just as cool. It's not like your regular glow. It's kind of like a moonlight, you know, where it's that darker or lighter gray, I would say. So it's a super cool mold, super great glow, and just overall an amazing pop. And I have it normally right here on my shelf. Right there, that's why that spot's missing. But I love this pop. I love to glow it up every now and again, so it had to make my list. Comes in at number 10. Now, coming in at number 9 on our list is actually another Spider-Man No Way Home pop that did end up cracking the list, and this is the brand new Box Lunch exclusive Green Goblin. And this thing right here is just so cool. I love the metallic nature to it and everything, so I definitely had to make sure to put this on my list somehow. Unfortunately, it didn't get too far up the list, as it did go to number 9. But hey, making the top 10 is definitely still impressive. So I really love this one. The way that he's on the glider, the way they have the suit looking and everything. Just perfect to the movie. A callback to that original Spider-Man movies. And just love it. And plus, the pumpkin bomb in his hand, even better. So this is an awesome figure. And that one snuck just under the wire to make it into the top 10 list. Just a week before, you know, the end of the year, we were able to get that into our collection. Now, this one also came in last minute. I've actually not shown it off here on the channel yet, but I definitely love it, so I wanted to add it into this video here. So coming in at number 8 on our list is this brand new Stan Lee comic book cover. Now, I don't love a lot of the comic book covers, so when I did see they were doing the Stan Lee, I definitely wanted to go ahead and pick that one up as well. And this is definitely going to be my favorite out of all of them. Definitely a really great looking poster on the back. The artwork is awesome, Stan Lee. And then you have the actual figure of Stan Lee there as well, where he's kind of doing a Spider-Man pose where he's doing the little thwip. That is fantastic. You have a look on the back. So this is definitely one that I will consider hanging up on my wall. I don't really hang up a lot of stuff on my wall, but I think this one might have to be considered to do that. Just when I opened this up a couple days ago when it got in, I just absolutely fell in love with it, so it had to make my top 10, coming in at number 8. Now, coming in at number 7, this character comes in from one of my favorite movies of all time, and they do have a version of this previously, but now they put out a new version for New York Comic Con, and I definitely love this pop just as much, so I had to put it on the list. And this one is Roger Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We were able to pick this up at New York Comic Con, so of course has that official con sticker, so even better. But this one's great because it's actually the kissed Roger Rabbit. So if you can kind of see a little bit there, there is the actual like lipstick on his cheek that Jessica was giving him those kisses. So I absolutely love that because that's actually a part of the movie where he gets those, you know, he gets the kisses and then he kind of puckers up a little bit and he gets all flustered. So definitely a great pop here. I love Roger Rabbit. Got the other one, I think, right down here so you can see Jessica and Roger. But I love this update too, so I definitely had to pick this one up as well and put it on our list. Now coming in at number 6, we have another Marvel figure. As a huge Marvel fan, you know we're going to have some good Marvel pops on this list. And this one here, I think, is one of the most unique Marvel figures that they put out this year. And this one is the Chase Doctor Strange from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I got super lucky picking this one up for retail. Found it at Box Lunch. I actually did do a hunt where I was there, I think, just looking at other figures. I didn't even realize that this one was going to be there. And they just put it up on the shelf. And the person at the counter said, "Hey, did you look over at the Pops?" I turned. And what do you know? They had this Chase sitting over there. So this is awesome. And this is actually number 1,000 in the Marvel line. 1,000 Marvel Pops. Can you believe that? But what's really cool about this pop is actually like the blue look on it. It's a little bit of like not quite metallic, but definitely looks really cool with the eyes all over the cape. And he's all icy blue compared to the common one that we have on the back there, where, you know, he's just kind of in his regular colors, his regular cape and all. But this one, that blue does look super sick. And then the actual box as well is just another great features where you see like kind of the outlines of it, that blue That looks really cool how it kind of shines a little bit. I really love that. Overall, the pop itself, the box, so definitely had to make my top 10. Now getting down to number 5 on our list. This one came out during San Diego Comic-Con this year. One of the only cons we did not actually make it out to in person. But of course, we were able to get this figure from the Funko shop. And it's definitely my favorite from SDCC this year. This is the Supersonic first appearance glow in the dark. This thing, guys, is just so freaking cool. I absolutely love Sonic the Hedgehog, love the games, have loved the movies as well, and I've also watched a lot of the animated shows. Sonic is just one of those characters that always makes me happy. So when we have these pops coming out, I always want to try to grab them. I have a good amount of the Sonic figures outside of the original OG Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Those are like super expensive. I would love to get them at some point, but I have a lot of the ones from like the second wave of Sonic, and then of course all the newer ones that they've been putting out. And this one is super cool. I love having the Supersonic, and of course the final scene in the actual Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie where he takes down Robotnik was just, I geeked out over that, seeing Supersonic there. And the pop, perfect timing, comes out just a little bit after that movie. And this glow is fantastic. The entire thing glows up. So his head and everything, his body, everything is just glowing up as he's just coming up Supersonic. So that is an amazing pop here. Absolutely love it. I think this one's going to be on a lot of people's list for their top 10 pops of the year. For me, it gets to number 5. Now clocking in at number 4 on our list of pops for 2022 is one that is super unique. And it's just a great mold. But it is a chase, and it's one of the most unique chases that you're ever going to see out there. This one is the Pop in a Box exclusive Cheshire Cat chase that is both flocked and glow in the dark. I have never seen a pop that is both glow in the dark and also flocked, and never seen a pop with this many stickers on it just lined up there. It's really weird how Funko wanted that to be done. We actually ordered it from the Funko shop with the chase roulette. Hit the chase here. That was absolutely amazing. I love this Cheshire Cat here. Just the mold is great where he is on top of his head. That's just a great part from the movie. And then it is also flocked. And then the glow in it as well is actually pretty cool. It's mostly kind of his face and his body that will glow, if I remember. I think his eye glows too. There are parts of it that glows, not the entire thing, but definitely a really cool pop that I wanted to make sure it hit my list. It does at number 4. Now getting towards the end here, coming in at number 3 on our list for the best Funko Pops of 2022. This was one of my most anticipated pops coming into the year when it was announced. And I'm so happy that we actually were able to get it. It's still one of my favorite Star Wars figures we have in the collection. This one is the Mandalorian with Darksaber, the Box Warehouse exclusive glow in the dark pop. This thing here is amazing. I love it. It's both metallic and it also glows in the dark. This thing is absolutely sick. And Box Warehouse is an Amazon company, if you did not know. So you're able to get this off of Amazon. I'm not sure if it's still available. I don't think it was. I know it sold out a couple times. But this thing we ordered right away. We're able to get it in. And it is absolutely sick. You see the Darksaber there. That does glow up. The Darksaber is awesome. And then you see the metallic helmet and everything. That does look sick. So I loved Mandalorian Season 2 at the end, where he gets to the Darksaber and he's able to defeat Moff Gideon. And of course, then Luke Skywalker comes in and everyone lost their crap. But yeah, this pop right here is so awesome. And I can't wait to see what Mandalorian Season 3 is going to bring us. Great pop. Hits us at number 3. Now coming in to number 2. These last 2 pops, super hard for me to decide which one was going to go first. It was just going back and forth. But I think I finally decided on which one was going to be number 2. And this one I think is definitely going to be number 1 for a lot of people. This is the deluxe pop moment of Elliot and E.T. from E.T. for the 40th anniversary. And this is the glow in the dark moment. I got this one a while back. I did make a video unboxing it. Absolutely love this figure here with the detail on it. See the moon behind them. They are actually on the bike with E.T. in the basket. That looks great. E.T. looks amazing. Elliot looks amazing. Just so much great detail, and I just love E.T., one of my favorite movies ever. We got to see it in IMAX this year for its re-release to the 40th anniversary. So when I got this pop, I just had so much more nostalgia for this film. So I've just loved it ever since, and so that's why it makes number 2 on my list. And we finally made it to the end of the list. We are now going to number 1, my favorite Funko Pop that I got in 2022. And that might come to no surprise for me as a Star Wars fan to a lot of you guys, but it is the New York Comic Con exclusive Anakin Skywalker with 2 lightsabers coming from Star Wars Attack of the Clones. This thing was so amazing. I was so happy we were able to pick this up from New York Comic Con, getting the con sticker. This thing right here, being able to get it from the actual con was just perfect. Definitely my favorite pop from New York Comic Con and my favorite pop of the year. Just the detail on this thing, the way he has the 2 lightsabers, the blue and the green one, and then he does have his Padawan tail, like his hair as well. So this is absolutely amazing. The detail on it is great. I love the prequels. At least for the most part. So right there, Anakin Skywalker coming in at number 1. Well, guys, there's our look at our top 10 list from the best Funko Pops from 2022. But this was only my list, my thoughts, my opinions on the pops that I picked up. Because again, we got a lot of pops this year, and there were so many more pops that I never picked up. So I'm sure a lot of your guys' list looks a whole lot different. I don't have any anime pops on my list this year compared to last year where I had a couple different ones. I don't have a ton of DC ones. I don't have a ton of like regular ad icons or TV pops on this list either. I did try to do a good job of making it a variety, but I still wanted to be truthful to what I truly liked the best. So I think I did come up with a pretty good list for myself and what I thought were the best ones, but I still would like to hear from you guys. Make sure you put it in the comments down below about what some of your Funko Pops or whether you want to make a top 10 list yourself or just throw in a couple ones that you think are some of the best, and let me know what you think about my list as well. I'm going to be in the comments reading all of those. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like on this video as well if you enjoyed it. You can always hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.